Hello everyone, I'm Video Game Hazard, back for some more Pokemon Fire Red. In the last episode, we returned to Pokemon Tower to calm the restless spirit of Marowak and find Mr. Fuji. And this time, now that we've found Mr. Fuji and received the Poké Flute from him, if I could actually speak properly, we are here in Celadon City again. Because, well, you could use the Poké Flute south of Lavender Town on Route 12, I have decided to use it over here on Route 16 in a more accessible area, because we have another Snorlax blocking the path. So why don't we use the Poké Flute on it? Snorlax woke up! It attacked in a grumpy rage! So yes, you can fight these Snorlax, blocking the paths. Going into a fight with the Snorlax, you want to keep a few things in mind. One, it has very high HP, so it can take a lot of hits. Two, it has high special defense to go along with that, so I recommend using physical moves against it, since its physical defense is a lot lower. It also has high physical attack, so in addition to having the resistance of a truck, it also hits like one too. It also has moves like Yawn, which has 100% accuracy and puts you to sleep, but only the turn after it's used. So that's the trade-off with it. It also has moves like Rest, which will restore its HP fully at the cost of putting it to sleep. But before it has a chance to use that, I want to show off a secondary effect of the Poké Flute. Because if you use it in battle, like so, you can wake your Pokemon up. Yes, we now have an infinite method of healing sleep in battle. No reason for awakenings anymore. You can sell those if you want. Just focus on using Poké Flutes. And now that I've shown that, I'm gonna start throwing Great Balls at this thing. And no. And it's using Rest, because of course. But this Wild Snorlax comes with a Chesto Berry, so the first time it falls asleep, it immediately wakes up again. Very nice. Anyway, let's weaken it again. And it's putting me to sleep again. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. I did get it to red health though, so that's pretty good. I should also say that you'll probably be here a while, because Snorlax has a relatively low catch rate, which is why I made sure to have 20 Great Balls before going into this fight. Because I figured it would probably take a few attempts, and that one got no shakes at all. Alright, let's try another Great Ball. 0. Great. You're trying to put me to sleep despite the fact that I'm already asleep. So I don't know what your plan is here, Snorlax. 1, 2, 3. Ah, that was so close. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Got it! Nice! Okay, that didn't take as long as I expected it to. So that's pretty good. And now that we've caught the Snorlax, I am excited to announce that it is joining the team. It took a while, but we finally found my 5th team member. And since this thing is built like a sumo wrestler, I am going to name it Yokozuna, because why not? And now that we've caught it, let's check Yokozuna here, because I want to see if it has the right ability. Yes! Okay! Thank goodness. I believe this is my 7th attempt trying to get a Snorlax with Thick Fat. Thick Fat halves the damage received. from fire and ice type moves, meaning that it effectively resists those types. Very good ability to have. Its other ability is immunity, which prevents it from being poisoned, which is good in its own right, but I personally prefer Thick Fat in this game. As we can see, Snorlax has Headbutt, Yawn, Rest, and Snore. And now that it has joined the team, it doesn't actually need to do that much catch-up, but I would like to put it in the front of the party. Because it is a few levels behind the rest of the party. So let's just I'm just gonna cut ahead to when I rearrange, because this is... yeah. Okay. So now, I should show something else. So, if you were to use an item finder on the spot where Snorlax was, the item finder will start shaking wildly, and you won't know that this is here unless you stand on this exact spot. But once you do, you find a leftovers. That is a very useful item. It gradually restores HP after every turn of battle. And you can bet I am putting that on Snorlax right now. Because this will... well, I shouldn't say ensure, but it will grant a higher likelihood of Snorlax actually just never fainting. It is such a good item, and Snorlax is the perfect Pokemon to put it on. Alright, now that the party is healed up after that fight with Yokozuna, we're gonna head back over to Route 16. Not to go all the way through it, but I do want to show a few things. First of all, you can cut this tree right here to go up into this little area. You can find Doduo in the grass here. I'll probably catch one off screen. You also have a double battle here with Jed and I'll have to find out her name. Jed and Leah, young couple here. They've got a Rapidash and a Ninetales, both level 29. This isn't an important fight by any means, but it is a memorable fight because you can actually fight them before even fighting Erica in Celadon City. So they may be a little powerful for you, which is kind of why I waited until after, but I also didn't want to spoil Snorlax, so... anyway, let's just see what Yokozuna can do. Yeah, so Headbutt did a lot of damage there. Lots of damage. And Spike, yeah, just one-shots that Rapidash. If you couldn't tell, Rapidash is the evolution of Ponyta. It doesn't actually evolve until level 40, so this person has an under-leveled one. And Ninetales here is the evolution of Vulpix, which can be evolved through the use of a Firestone. So if you have Leaf Green and you catch a Vulpix, you can use a Firestone on it to get a Ninetales. But they go down fairly easily now that we have Snorlax. But now I'm gonna go through this gate here. Oh, what does this guy have to say? How'd you get in? Good effort. I mean, I just cut down a tree. That's all I had to do. And if you go over here, I don't believe there are any hidden items around here. No. But there is a house here. And if you go in and talk to this lady, oh dear, you found my secret retreat. Please don't tell anyone I'm here. I'll make it up to you with this. We got HMO2. That is for the HM Fly. That allows you to travel from town to town. But I do not have any flying types on the team yet. So we will not be able to teach that for a little while. Anyway, let's head back over to Lavender Town. Alright, we are back in Lavender Town, and on my way here, I actually stopped by the Celadon department store to get an extra Brick Break TM. I taught one of them to Yokozuna here, replacing Snore, and I taught the other that I just bought to Spike, replacing Double Kick. Because Double Kick was starting to not be as useful. And Brick Break has more power than the 2 hits of double click combined, so. And Yokozuna, that'll just be good coverage for it. Anyway, we're gonna head down onto Route 12 here. I don't believe there are any hidden items here quite yet, but I know there are some coming up. And in this gate right here, does this guard have anything to say? There's a lookout spot upstairs. The view is magnificent. Let's see what's up here. What do you have to say? My Pokemon's ashes are stored in Pokemon Tower. You can have this TM. I don't need it anymore. That's TM27. It is the exact opposite of the TM for Frustration that we got before. It is for the move Return, which, instead of Frustration, where that was more damage based on how much your Pokemon dislikes you, this one is based on how much damage... This one has damage based on how much your Pokemon likes you. So, friendlier equals more power. I'm actually going to check these binoculars here. There's a man fishing. Does this one have anything different to say? It's Pokemon Tower. Okay. I know there are some binoculars in some of these gates that say something interesting, but clearly this isn't one of those. And no hidden items. Okay. Let's get into a battle with this fisherman. Yeah, I got a bite here. Alright, Fisherman Ned. He's got a Goldeen. Alright, I'm just gonna have Yokozuna headbutt it. I would not be surprised if this one-shot. And sure enough, it did. He's also got a Poliwag. This is gonna be no problem for Yokozuna at all. This whole guy's team does not stand a chance. Yep, down it goes. And another Goldeen. And there's leftovers getting used, yes. So, like I said before, just heals a bit every turn. I forget the exact amount it heals. I'll leave that up on screen. But it is, regardless, a very useful item. Just a little bit of HP every turn to hopefully prevent you from fainting, if that ever ends up being a concern in any way. We have another fisherman here. Be patient, fishing is a waiting game. And that's part of why I don't like it. Although I actually do kind of enjoy fishing in video games, but fishing in real life has never been my forte. Anyway, this Tentacool is gonna hopefully die. And I don't have an immunity, but you didn't poison me still, so that's nice. You have a Goldeen. That might give us a level up here. I don't actually know. Horn attack. Not a whole lot of damage. Especially with how high my HP is, it doesn't matter all that much. Go to level 31. Nice. That one got away. Alright, let's continue. There's a little island over there with an item on it that we can't get to just yet. But we can continue down here. The Fishing Fool versus Pokemon Kid. Are those our boxing names? Or wrestler names? I don't know. Something like that. Fisherman Hank. Do you sell fish and fish accessories? I'm sorry, I had to. But he has just the one Goldeen that just gets one shot, despite being higher level than the other guys. Touch too much. What's that supposed to mean? Maybe I don't want to know. For some reason, I don't know why I thought there was a hidden item there. There is one over here, though. Let's see. Hyper Potion. Nice. I love fishing, don't get me wrong. But it'd be best if I also had more work. Yeah. Yeah. Especially in this economy. Fisherman Elliot. He's got a Poliwag. And you put me to sleep. Because of course. Maybe I should have kept Snore. Oh well. I have leftovers, so it doesn't matter too much. I'm just gonna use the Poké Flute, because, like I said before, it's all you really need once you get it, for healing sleep, that is. And I'm back up. Oh, you're gonna slap me? That's quite rude. And I did not mean to go back into the menu there. I don't like that you outspeed me. Snorlax is kind of slow. Not too slow, but slower than most things still. So, you will occasionally get outsped by things like a Poliwag. He's also got a Shelter. We're just gonna continue headbutting here. And he's got a Goldeen. Another victim for my mighty headbutt. And down it goes. And you have one more Pokemon? Ah yes, a Horsey. This guy actually had a team of unique water types. That's something. Usually there's at least one repeat in there. And down goes the Horsey. That battle is over. It's not easy. What, being green? Now if we head over here... Oh, is this another couple to fight? It sure is. If I win, I'm gonna propose to Gia. Well, I guess that marriage isn't happening. Gia and Jess, they've got a Nidoran male and a Nidoran female. Makes sense. We'll just headbutt the male, scratch the female, I guess. I don't know if Jeremy can one-shot with Scratch, but we'll see. It did deal half, but I did get poisoned. Because, of course. Now, unless I get a low roll, Jeremy should be able to finish off that Nidoran. And if he doesn't, then I guess Yokozuna will finish it off. Let's actually use Brick Break, in case I need to do some chip damage. I don't. Okay. Works for me. Oh, please, why couldn't you let us win? I'm sorry, I just had to ruin your potential wedding. You do not get to have it. Okay. So now that we're done with that, we have another Snorlax here we can fight. So, might as well. Alright, Wild Snorlax, prepare to face Yokozuna! It's gonna be a Snorlax Ditto. And I have a type advantage because I have Brick Break. Of course you're using Rest. Why wouldn't you? Use Brick Break again. And it didn't use another Rest. Good. So I should be able to just finish it off here. Yokozuna, use Brick Break again. And excellent, it's KO'd. Alright. So now that Snorlax, he just returns to the mountains because we defeated him in battle. And if you check this spot with an item finder, you can get a second Leftovers. I'm not sure who I want to put that on, actually. decided to put that second leftovers on Jeremy since it has the lowest HP on the team, so I figured it would be a good fit. Anyway, I believe that is a good place to stop for now. So on the next episode of Pokemon Fire Red, we're gonna head towards Fuchsia City. See you guys then.